Hi, my name is Will,
And my name's Carly.
and we're going to be talking about genetically modified organisms.
So first we're going to start off by defining what GMOs are. GMOs are taking a desired trait from one organism, copying it, and then inserting it into another organism to give it that desired trait. A simple example of this is if you had a pepper plant and you wanted to make it frost resistant. So to do this, you would genetically modify the pepper plant by taking a single gene from another organism or plant that is already frost resistant and inserting it into the pepper plant. And that would make it resistant to the frost.
How are GMOs classified? A plant is genetically modified if it meets two requirements. One of those requirements being the plant contains a novel combination of genetic information, and that the plant was introduced by using modern biotechnology.
So a little bit of history about GMOs. In 1922, the first hybrid corn was produced and sold commercially.
In 1994, the first FDA GMO sold in stores was the red tomato. This tomato was inserted with a gene that slowed down the ripening process, which helped make it more immune to spoilage.
In 2003, the World Health Organization and Food and Agriculture Organization developed standards and guidelines to determine the safety of GMO foods.
In 2016, Congress passed a law requiring labeling for all GMO-based foods.
In 2019, the FDA completed a consultation on a GMO-edited plant.
Production of GMOs. GMOs are produced by taking a wanted gene from an organism and inserting the gene into another organism that wanted that trait.
So GMOs must pass the same guidelines that non-GMOs have to pass in order to be considered for human consumption.
GMOs also must be approved through 3 different agencies, including the FDA, United States Department of Agriculture, and the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services, as well as Environmental Protection Agency.
Some common GMO foods today include corn, apples, soybean, cotton, potatoes, papaya, canola oil, alfalfa, sugar beets, and pink pineapples. And as you can see these little percentages, that means that 92% of the produced corn in the United States is GMO corn. Same goes for soybean, cotton, and canola oil. So some pros from GMOs regarding health, human health, and the economy are that it helps make mass-produced crops food to help feed the growing population.
The only thing about that is with GMOs that they have not been tested enough with extensive human trials, so they don't take into effect long-term issues.
Another pro would be that food would become more cheap because it is being mass-produced.
Yes, food may be cheaper, but at the same time, new toxins can be found and released into the crops or growing sites, which would then kill off crops that we need.
Another pro is that it helps preserve food for a longer period of time and can also improve the nutritional value of foods.
While they may preserve foods longer, they may also increase the risk of allergic reactions or resistance to antibiotics. Example, in 1996, researchers found that an allergen from Brazil nuts continued to be allergenic when transferred into a GMO soybean.
And finally, a study found that 90% of scientists believe that GMOs are safe for humans to consume.
While most scientists believe that GMOs are safe, drain transfer or insertion in crops is very unpredictable.
So overall, GMO production has shown a lot of positive outcomes that could come to reality. Society has to decide if those positives of GMO production outweigh the negative possibilities that also come along with it.
For example, do we push toward a possibility of a better way to fight world hunger despite the chance of an unknown toxin affecting and possibly killing the crops and sites used to grow them? It all really just comes down to what side you value more.
These are our references. And then for our last slide, we're going to state our opinion.
So we understand that GMOs could provide benefits to both the economy and human health in the future.
However, we also believe that there should be more regulation on GMO foods.
If a food label does not directly state that the food is organic, then there's actually a pretty good chance that it contains GMOs. And most people are, well, I won't say most people, but people go to the store and a lot of them are not looking for just organic foods, meaning that they are actually probably consuming these GMOs already and just don't know it.
Overall, we do believe that GMOs are safe for human consumption.